x minus 6 over x minus 4 equals 1/2.
Fat Math, the right path to develop the fat brain that you've got. Hello everyone and welcome to Fat Math TV.
In this video, we will have solving rational equations. So like this one, x minus 6 over x minus 4 equals 1/2 is a rational equation. So rational equations are equations involving rational expressions, and rational expressions are expressions that can be expressed as ratio of two polynomials. So when you say solving equations, we are finding for the solutions. Number 1. Solve x minus 6 over x minus 4 equals 1/2. So we will find the value of x that will satisfy this equation. So what we're going to do is we need to identify the least common denominator. That is the least common multiple of the denominators that we have here. So the denominators that we have are x minus 4 and 2. And since they don't have common factor, then the least common denominator is just their product. So we will multiply the product of 2 and x minus 4 to both sides of the equation. So the equation that we have originally is x minus 6 over x minus 4 equals 1/2. And we will multiply both of them by the product of 2 and x minus 4. That is 2 times x minus 4. So we multiply that to the left and also to the right. Okay, the purpose of multiplying the least common denominator to both sides of the rational equation is to get rid of the denominators. Okay, and then after that, we can cancel x minus 4 here and x minus 4. So we got rid of the denominator in the left side of the equation. Also here, we can cancel the 2 and the 2. And then 2 times x, we will have 2x. And then 2 times negative 6, that is negative 12. And then on the right side of the equation, we have x minus 4 times 1. So you have to distribute 1. That is still x minus 4. And then the resulting equation is now a linear equation. So if you are solving a linear equation, you have to put those with x, the terms with x on one side of the equation, and the constant terms on the other side. So we will put positive x here to the left, and the negative 12 we will put to the right. So copy 2x, and then we will have minus x, since this positive x is transferred to the left side of the equation, equals copy negative 4, and then negative 12 you put to the other side. That's going to be positive 12. And then simplify each side. 2x minus x is x, and negative 4 plus 12 is positive 8. And then after that, if you already got a value of x, what you're going to do next is to check if indeed this value satisfies the original equation. And then after that, if you are done checking, you have to conclude that this is the answer or there's no answer. Okay, so let us check. Let's substitute 8 to x. So we will have 8 minus 6 over 8 minus 4 equals, is that equal to 1/2? So 8 minus 6 over 8 minus 4, is that equal to 1/2? So we replaced x with the value that we got. So 8 minus 6 is 2. 8 minus 4 is 4. Is that equal to 1/2? Yes, you can simplify 2/4 by dividing both the numerator and denominator by 2, and you will get 1/2. So indeed, this value 8 is a solution, since it satisfies the given equation. Example number 2. Solve x plus 5 over x plus 9 equals 3. So we only have one denominator here, x plus 9. So multiply both sides of the equation by x plus 9. So multiply x plus 5 over x plus 9 by x plus 9 and multiply 3 by x plus 9. And then after that, we can cancel x plus 9. And then we will have x plus 5 on the left side of the equation, and on the right side, we have to distribute 3. So 3 times x is 3x, and then 3 times 9 is positive 27. Again, this is a linear equation. So if we are solving linear equation, put the terms with x on one side of the equation and the constant terms to the other side. So we will have copy x. We will put 3x to the left side of the equation. So it's going to be negative 3x equals copy 27. Positive 5 transferred to the right. That's going to be negative 5. X minus 3x is negative 2x. And 27 minus 5 is 22. And then divide both sides by negative 2 to get the value of x. So here we will have x left. So x equals 22 divided by negative 2. That is negative 11. And then don't conclude yet that the answer is negative 11. We have to check with the original equation. So negative 11, replace that here to the x. So negative 11 plus 5 over negative 11 plus 9. Is that equal to 3? Negative 11 plus 5 is negative 6. Negative 11 plus 9 is negative 2. Is that equal to 3? Negative 6 over negative 2 is positive 3. So indeed, it is equal to 3. So this negative 11 is a solution to the rational equation. In fact, it is the only solution. Next, example number 3. Solve x over 2 plus x plus 1 over 3 equals 2. The denominators that we see here are 2 and 3, and their least common multiple is 6. It's just 2 times 3. So multiply both sides of the equation by 6. So copy x over 2 and this one, x plus 1 over 3, and then 2. Multiply each of them by 6. Since we multiply the left side of the equation by 6 and there are 2 terms, we need to distribute the 6 to each term on the left side. So we have here 6 times x over 2 plus 6 times x plus 1 over 3 equals 6 times 2. And then we can cancel already. The purpose of this multiplying the least common multiple of the denominators is to get rid of the denominator. 6 divided by 2, that's 3. So 3 times x, that is 3x. And then we can also cancel here 6 and 3. 6 divided by 3 is 2. And we need to distribute 2 here to x and to a positive 1. 2 times x is 2x. 2 times 1 is 2. And on the right side, 6 times 2 is 12. And then solve the linear equation. 3x plus 2x is 5x. And then copy 12 on the left side, on the right side, and then transfer 2 to the right. That will be negative 2. And then 12 minus 2 is 10. And then divide both sides by 5. So x is equal to 2. And then replace x equals 2 to the original rational equation and find out if it satisfies the equation. So we will have there 2 over 2 plus 2 plus 1 over 3. Is that equal to 2? 2 over 2 is 1. 2 plus 1 is 3. Over 3 is also 1. And 1 plus 1 is 2. So x equals 2 is a solution. So x equals 2 is the solution to this rational equation. Another example, example number 4. Solve 4 over 3 plus 4 over x equals 8 over 15. The denominators that we see here are 3, x, and 15. And their least common multiple is for 3 and 15, 15, and then for x, x. So 15x. So multiply each of the terms by 15x. And then cancel what can be canceled. 15 divided by 3, that's 5. Take note that you can only cancel the numerator and the denominator. You cannot cancel both the numerator or both the denominator. You can only cancel the common factors of the numerator and the denominator. So 5 times x, that's 5x times 4, that is 20x. And then for the second term, what we can cancel here is x. So we have 15 times 4, that is positive 60. And then on the right side, we can cancel 15. So x times 8 is 8x. And then put 8x to the left and 60 to the right. You will have 20x minus 8x equals negative 60. 20x minus 8x is 12x. And then copy negative 60, divide both sides by 12. So x is equal to negative 5. And then check with the original equation. So you have 4 over 3 plus 4 over negative 5. Is that really equal to 8 over 15? The least common denominator here, or we can rewrite this as plus negative 4/5 is going to be minus 4/5. And then least common denominator is 15. So the equivalent of 4/3 with denominator 15 is 15 divided by 3. 5 times 4 is 20. So that's 20 over 15. Minus the equivalent of 4/5, such that the denominator is 15. 15 divided by 3, 5 is 3. 3 times 4 is 12. So the equivalent of 4/5 is 12/15. So 20 minus 12 is 8 over 15, which is equal to the right side. Meaning to say x equals negative 5 is the solution. How about if we have this one? Solve x over x minus 2 minus 4 over x minus 1 equals 2 over x squared minus 3x plus 2. So we have three denominators here that we see: x minus 2, x minus 1, and x squared minus 3x plus 2. But if you can recall, your factoring, this one is actually just equal to, if you can factor that, if you know how to factor, that's x minus 2 times x minus 1, which is actually this and this. So the least common multiple is actually just this one, or x minus 2 times x minus 1, because it has this one and this. So we have to multiply both sides of the equation by x minus 2 times x minus 1, because the LCD is just x minus 2 times x minus 1. So multiply each of the terms by x minus 2 times x minus 1. We will have x minus 2 times x minus 1 times the first term here, minus x minus 2 times x minus 1 times another term, and then x minus 2 times x minus 1 times this right side of the equation. As what you can see here, this x squared minus 3x plus 2 is already factored as x minus 2 times x minus 1, so that we can easily see that we can cancel them with the one that we multiplied with it. Okay, so what can we cancel in the first term? We can cancel x minus 2. So if we cancel x minus 2, we will be having x minus 1 times x. So multiply x and multiply x and 1. Distribute x. So x times x is x squared. X times negative 1 is negative x. And then for the second term here, we can cancel x minus 1. So we have x minus 2 times 4, but we have a minus sign, so put that in a parenthesis. The product of x minus 2 and 4. So x times 4 is 4x. Negative 2 times 4 is negative 8 equals. How about on the right side? We can cancel x minus 2 and x minus 2, x minus 1 and x minus 1. And we will be left with 2. And then simplifying this, remove the parenthesis by changing each of the signs of the terms inside the parenthesis, since the operation here is minus. So we will have x squared minus x, copy that. And then minus 4x plus 8. equals positive 2. And then we can simplify negative x minus 4x, that can be expressed as negative 5x. And then copy plus 8, transfer 2 to the left side, equals 0 is left. Why did we transfer the constant to the left side? Because we have a quadratic equation. And if we are solving quadratic equation, the most common way of solving that is by factoring. And then you can only factor if they are on one side of the equation, so that you can use the zero property. That is, the product of two factors is equal to 0 if if one of them is 0 or both of them are 0. So here we have 8 minus 2 is 6. So x squared minus 5x plus 6 equals 0, and then factor this. Okay, for the factors of x squared, that's x and x, no other factors. And then what factors of positive 6 will give you a sum of negative 5? So of course, negative 2 and negative 3. So x minus 2 is one factor, and the other factor is x minus 3. When will this product be equal to 0? If x minus 2 is 0 or x minus 3 is 0. X minus 2 is 0 if x is equal to 2. That is, you add 2 to both sides. And then x minus 3 is 0 if x is equal to 3. Okay, you can just do that. X minus, you transfer here, that's going to be positive 2. You transfer here the negative 3, that's going to be positive 3. And then the last step is you have to check with the original equation. Okay, to check, replace x with, first let's start with positive 2. So 2 over 2 minus 4 over 2 minus 1 equals 2 over 2 squared minus 3 times 2 plus 2 here. And then 2 minus 2 is 0. 2 minus 1 is 1. 2 squared is 4 minus 6. That's negative 2 plus 2 is also 0. And then 2 over 0 is not defined. Okay, so positive 2 or x equals positive 2 does not satisfy the original equation. Okay, so x equals 2 is said to be an extraneous root. Okay, because by multiplying x minus 2 and x plus 1, there we what they call this, we added a solution to the original. So we have to be careful on that, and we need to check with the original equation. Okay, how about x equals 3? So if x is equal to 3, we will have 3 over 3 minus 2 minus 4 over 3 minus 1 equals 2 over 3 squared minus 3 times 3 plus 2. Here we go. So 3 minus 2 is 1. 3 minus 2, 1 is 2. And then 3 over 1 is 3. 4 over 2 is 2. And then on the right side, we have 2 over 3 squared is 9. 9 minus 9 is 0 plus 2 is 2. 3 minus 2 is 1, and 2 over 2 is also 1. So they are equal. So the answer is only x equals 3. So we only have one solution for this rational equation. So don't forget to check with the original equation. So if you have an expression like this, a number divided by 0 or other than 0, then it is always undefined. So it will not satisfy your given equation. Time for practice. Solve the following rational equations. Number 1, x plus 5 over x plus 8 equals negative 2. Number 2, 4 over x plus x over 2 equals negative 17 over 6. Number 3, x minus 1 equals x minus 1 over x minus 2. Number 4, x over x plus 4 plus 8 over x minus 4 equals 32 over x squared minus 16. And number 5, x minus 3 over x minus 1 plus 1 over x plus 1 equals 8 over x squared minus 1. So it's important that you know how to identify the least common denominator. For number 1, since we only have one denominator here, so we will multiply both sides of the equation by x plus 8. For number 2, we have x, 2, and 6. So multiply both sides of the equation by 6x. For number 3, multiply both sides by x minus 2. For number 4, multiply both sides by x minus 4, x plus 4, because x squared minus 16 is just x minus 4x plus 4. And the number 5, multiply both sides by x squared minus 1 or x minus 1 times x plus 1, since x squared minus 1 is just equal to x minus 1 times x plus 1. Okay, pause the video and answer the following items. For number 1, the answer is negative 7. Number 2, the answer is x equals negative 8/3 or x equals negative 3. Number 3, we have x equals 1 or x equals 3. Number 4, there's only one solution, that is x equals 0, because the other solution is an extraneous root. And number 5, x equals negative 3 or x equals positive 4. If you want to check the solutions or the process, so here are the process for the practice items. Number 1, x plus 5 over x plus 8 equals negative 2. Multiply both sides by x plus 8, and then you can cancel the x plus 8, and then you will have on the left x plus 5 equals negative 2x minus 16. Okay, transfer negative 2x to the left. You will have positive 2x, and then positive 5 to the right. It's going to be negative 5. So x plus 2x equals 3x, negative 16 minus 5 is negative 21. Divide both sides by 3, x equals negative 7. For number 2, we have 4 over x over plus x over 2 equals negative 17 over 6. Multiply both sides by 6x. So multiply each term by 6x, and then you will have, okay, you can cancel here the x and the x, so you will have 24. And then here you can cancel 6 and 2, you will have here 3. Take note that you cannot cancel this x and x here because they're both on the numerator. And then we can cancel 6 here and 6. And we will have 24 plus 3x squared equals negative 17x. And since this is a quadratic equation, move negative 17x to the left, and you will have 3x squared plus 17x plus 24 equals 0. And then factor that. The factors are 3x plus 8 and x plus 3. So 3x plus 8 equals 0 or x plus 3 equals 0. That is 3x equals negative 8 or x equals negative 8/3. For x plus 3 equals 0, add negative 3 to both sides of the equation. You will have x equals negative 3. And then after that, you substitute to the original equation, and you will have both of them are correct. Negative 8/3 or negative 3. Item number 3, x minus 1 equals x minus 1 over x minus 2. Multiply both sides by x minus 2. We will have x squared minus 3x plus 2, because you have to distribute that, or you have to multiply. And then the x minus 2 will cancel. We will have x minus 1 left on the right side. And then quadratic equation again, move everything on one side, in this case on the left. So you will have x squared minus 3x minus x plus 2 plus 1. And then negative 3x minus x will be negative 4x, and 2 plus 1 is 3, and the factors are x minus 1 and x minus 3. So you will have x minus 1 equals 0 or x minus 3 equals 0. So x minus 1 equals 0. Transfer negative 1 to the right side. You will have x equals positive 1. And for x minus 3 equals 0, you will have x equals 3. And then if you substitute that, the original equation, you will satisfy with both the numbers 1 and 3. Number 4, x over x plus 4 plus 8 over x minus 4 equals 32 over x squared minus 16. Multiply both sides by x minus 4, x plus 4. And then you can cancel x plus 4 to the first one. So you will have here, you can cancel this x plus 4. And x plus 4, you will have x times x, that is x squared. Negative 4 times x, that's negative 4x. And here you can cancel x minus 4. And then x times 8, that's 8x. And then 4 times 8, that's 32. And here you can cancel x minus 4, x plus 4 with x squared minus 16, because x squared minus 16 is actually x minus 4 times x plus 4. So you can cancel this with this, and then x plus 4 with x plus 4. And then you will have 32. And then we will have negative 4x plus 8x, that's positive 4x. And then copy 32. This 32 here, you put to the other side. That's going to be minus 32. So we will have x squared plus 4x plus 0 equals 0. So x squared plus 4x, you factor that as x times x plus 4. And then the product is 0 if x is 0, or x plus 4 is 0. X plus 4 is 0 if x is negative 4. And then if you will substitute that to the original equation for x equals 0, it will satisfy the equation. But for x equals negative 4, you will have your negative 4 plus 4, that's 0. So over 0 is undefined. So this x equals negative 4 is an extraneous root. And we only have one solution. That is x equals 0. Item number 5, we have x minus 3 over x minus 1 plus 1 over x plus 1 equals 8 over x squared minus 1. Multiply both sides by x minus 1 times x plus 1, and we can cancel. So the purpose of multiplying is to get rid of the denominator. And then you will have x times x plus 1 times x minus 3, that's going to be x squared minus 2x minus 3. And then we can cancel here x plus 1 and x plus 1. So x minus 1 times 1 is x minus 1. And then here we can cancel x minus 1, x plus 1 with x squared minus 1, because x squared minus 1 is x minus 1 x times x plus 1. So we will have 8 left. Again, this is a quadratic equation. Okay, simplify the left side of the equation. Negative 2x plus x is negative x. Negative 3 minus 1, that's negative 4. And then this 8, you transfer it to the left side. That's going to be negative 8. And then simplify again. Negative 4 minus 8 is negative 12. And then factor that. You will have x plus 3 times x minus 4. And the product is 0 if x plus 3 is 0. Or x minus 4 is 0. X plus 3 is 0 if x is negative 3. And x minus 4 is 0 if x is positive 4. And then if you substitute that to the original equation, you will have, you will indeed show that the two expressions, the left and the right, are equal if x is negative 3 or x equals positive 4. Thank you for watching. Comment, like, and subscribe. Bye!